thought it would be fun to invite you to get ready with me. So I'm going to be doing my makeup, I'm going to be prepping my skin, and I'll show you what my routine is to get ready for filming. So first I'm just going to start cleaning my skin using this makeup remover by Milk. I really like this. It's just like water, so super gentle on the skin. I had a little bit of makeup on already. Really was just a little bit of mascara and a tiny bit of eyeliner, so I'll make sure I clean my skin before I apply my makeup. Okay, so now that my skin is clean, I'm gonna go in and apply some toner. I found the toner that I'm using. This one's by Biosense. It has squalene and BHA. It's a pore minimizer toner. I don't usually struggle with enlarged pores, but I just really love how refreshing this toner is. So I go ahead and apply it with a soft cotton pad over my face. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. Feels super refreshing, especially these days when the weather is still a little bit dry. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this gel moisturizer. You've probably seen this in some of my other makeup videos or skincare videos. This one's by Biosense. It has squalene and probiotic, and it's super refreshing. It's super light weight, not oily at all. So I really, really love this. I think my skin is more on the dry side than oily. And this is super refreshing. So okay. Okay, now that that's dry, I'm gonna apply some primer. Of course, if I can find it. Here it is. This one is by Smashbox. And it's the mattifying primer. I'll be applying this basically on the entire face. Rub this really well. I like using my fingers for a lot of my makeup routine. I'm so used to it, and I think I can really blend everything on the skin a lot easier. So, okay. Okay, there's that. And I know most makeup artists are gonna tell you, yeah, you should be doing your eye makeup first before you do the rest of your face. I am so used to doing it the other way around, so I'm gonna go in and apply some foundation on my face. Sometimes I use a foundation brush. I like this one from Sephora. It just helps me really blend it in. I recently saw someone on TikTok saying how we shouldn't be putting foundation under the eyes, or like close to the under eye area where we then go in and apply concealer. So I'm trying that out. I would link the video here, but to be honest, I don't even remember which video it was, so okay. Okay, just making sure I got that everywhere. Okay, it seems to be. Seems to be good. Then I'm gonna apply some concealer. I'm not gonna go too heavy. I did have some very poor sleep last night, so my eyes look a little bit tired. So I'm just going in with my concealer, basically the outer part of the eye and then the inner part. This concealer, I really like. This one is by Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin, and it's on, I don't even know what tone it is, OC01, whatever that means. So to to blend that in, I'm gonna be using my blending sponge. To be honest, I'm always surprised at how expensive these makeup sponges are. It's like it's just a sponge. I got this one. It was a lot cheaper than some of the popular brands. This was from Sephora. But I'm sure I could get something way cheaper on Amazon or somewhere else. Okay. Okay. Okay, it seems that that's blended in. Not too heavy, but it does provide really good coverage. Sometimes I go with the same sponge, just dragging some of the left over product. Some of the areas of my face that I like to highlight, like the nose. Go a little bit between the eyebrows. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to be applying a little bit of eyeshadow. And for this, I'm using this Tarte palette. So it's the Getting Toasty. It's actually a bronzer, but I'd like to use this as eyeshadow, just do it for a natural look. Basically just giving you a little bit of depth without making it very heavy. So I'm basically going on the outer part of the eye, just blending it in. Make sure it's not too heavy. Okay. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Not too heavy, but still adds a little bit of depth to the eyes. Sometimes I'll just go in and perfect that with the same sponge I used for blending the foundation and the concealer. I really like this sponge that's angled, so it's really easy to use. Okay. Then I go on the inside of my eye towards the inner corner. I go in with a little bit of highlighter. It's a lighter shadow. It just makes me seem a lot more awake. Sometimes I film after work, so it does help, especially if I'm tired from after a whole day of work. Okay. And then I'll go in with some eyeliner. I really like this tattoo liner by Kat Von D. It's super easy to use. It's like a little marker. So this one I'm actually going to use my mirror so I don't mess it up. I always like to drag out the wing towards the outside of the eye. Something like that. I do not go on the inner part of the eye. I start kind of like on the middle of the eye right here and then just drag it to the outside and onto the other side. Just under and that, but I'm going to try to fix it. Okay. This one ended up a lot more dramatic than this side. Usually I'm pretty good at doing my eyeliner, but there's just something about doing it on the camera that made me feel a little bit more pressured. So, okay, that looks more even. Okay, so I think that looks a lot more equal. And then I do the bottom. And again, I usually only do the outer half and I don't go too much into the inner part of the eye. Sometimes I'll go with a highlighter pencil on the inside of the eye. Again, just to help my eyes look a little bit more open. Okay. I am gonna do my mascara next. Okay, so this mascara is also by Makeup Forever. It's a two-step mascara. Step one is supposed to help lift the eyelashes. So I usually just go in, try to use a kind of like rotating movement, and at the same time trying to separate the eyelashes by using, if it's like a vibrating motion, and I usually do the bottom ones too, just with whatever's left on the mascara applicator. I do not want to go too heavy on the bottom. Okay. I had applied a little bit of mascara in the morning, so my eyelashes, even though I removed my makeup before starting, I usually don't get all of the mascara out unless I take a shower, so it's a little bit harder to separate the eyelashes. I've never liked to use those curlers to curl my eyelashes. I think I'm very lucky to have pretty curly eyelashes by nature. Okay. Now the other eye. So this second step is supposed to be for volume. You can see how the applicator is very different. It's a lot fluffier and dense than the other one, which was step one. Okay. Just give me one little pass to the bottom eyelashes. Trying to separate them, so okay. Next I'm gonna be doing my eyebrows. First I'm just brushing them. Brushing the eyebrows. And I'm gonna be using this, again, Makeup Forever eyebrow brush, just very lightly. Just want to add a little bit of volume to my natural eyebrows. Usually you need a little bit more towards the ends. And onto the other side as well. Okay. Go make sure I clean up the edges. You want a little bit too. Again, I'm usually pretty good at it, but there's something about doing it in front of a camera. Just makes it a little bit harder. Okay. Just gonna pat in, fill in a little bit of that foundation along the upper side of the eyebrow that I just removed when I cleaned up the excess of makeup. Just going in very lightly. Depends on the day and how I'm feeling that day. I might be putting a little bit of contouring, but I honestly don't know what I did with my contouring palette. So I am just gonna go ahead and apply some powder. Some powdered foundation. Again, it's from Makeup Forever, and it really helps getting rid of any shiny areas. Like I said, I don't usually struggle with oily skin, so even if I didn't put the powdered foundation, I wouldn't look too shiny. But to be honest, I just like the very smooth finish that this powder foundation gives me. So that is Okay. Whenever I do not put contouring, I like to apply some bronzer to some areas of my face. I usually go around the forehead, just blending that in really well, really close to the hairline. And then I'll go on the sides of the nose. You know, it's a little bit. Use a little bit of bronzer, just along the jawline. This area over here. And I will apply some highlighter just to the bridge of the nose. Drag her a tiny bit above the, in between the eyebrows. A little bit here under the eyebrow. Sometimes I do a tiny bit here. Okay. And I'll be applying a little bit of blush. The brighter or lighter side. Usually if I go too dark, it just looks very strange in my face. I'll just be applying this right here. And lastly, I'm going to be doing my lips. I try to keep it very natural looking as a lip liner. This one is from Sephora. I basically just follow the natural shape of my lips. Been struggling a little bit today with dry lips. So depending on what I'm doing, if I'm using a lipstick that matches my liner, I usually just drag the lip liner a little bit and then applying lipstick the rest of the lips. Today I'm just going to be using gloss. It's a light pink. Color. I think that's it for today's look. So makeup's ready and I am gonna go get changed into my scrubs probably, and I'm gonna start filming.